Hello, friends. I am Leah Fireheart. This is the Fire Kitchen. I- I'm apparently just gonna cough. What the hell? I swear I spent most of the day talking, so I don't think my throat should be doing that, but whatever. Hi. Sorry I'm a little late. We had a minor meltdown of, well, everything. Again. But this one was an actual meltdown. This one is one of those things where it was like several months ago, I was going to add a root hub to my computer, and then I didn't do it because everything seemed stable and I didn't want to mess with it. And then today, I opened OBS and the cameras were gone, and I was like, okay, that's fun. So I went through the procedure that gets the cameras back online. I was like, okay, cool. Hopefully this is good now. I went to check my mic. After rebooting, getting the cameras up, suddenly my mic didn't work. It's always something. Hold on. And also now I'm coughing. So there's that. Hi. Okay. What do I do now? Right. Leah Fireheart, Fire Kitchen. Today we're making cauliflower tacos and black bean soup. Cauliflower tacos didn't sound like enough on their own, and also I've had this black bean soup kind of on the back burner as something I kind of wanted to make for a while, and so I was like, let's mash them together. And then I looked at what I had for saved on my phone, because I just open all the tabs until I can't take it anymore, and then I finally pinned them to Pinterest. um and so I decided that this was going to be vegetarian week, because that's just how things worked out. So yeah, so it's just going to be vegetarian week this week, which is very cool. And in fact, mostly I haven't checked to see if I'm doing anything with eggs, but I have to assume that there's no eggs or honey or anything in it. This might even be vegan. We'll check. We'll look at everything and check. Let us say hello to folks for just a moment. Saribot, hello, and thank you for protecting the stream. I have, in fact, reauthorized you. I just did that when the thing popped up, and then I decided to have a coughing fit. So it is what it is. Des, hi. Jane, hi. Jane has redeemed first. Congratulations on arriving first yet again. Brigitte says, unsurprisingly, Jane was here first. Jane indeed was here first. Mom, hello. Arcadian Eon, Shark, how are you? My mother says candy. You need candy. That's what your noni would say. I don't think I have any candy. I'm not really I'm not actually a huge candy person generally. The kind that she likes, the hard candy for the coffee hard candy from C's is something that I do like, but we only have C's around here around the holidays. So it's not really a thing that we get really. Jane says it sounds delicious. Oh, good. I'm glad it sounds delicious. Hello, Brigitte. Hi, how are you? So sorry. I got a little, ordinarily the tech stuff doesn't really throw me very much anymore. It used to just completely implode my entire universe. If something like what happened today happened even not 6 months ago, but maybe a year ago. If something like this had happened a year ago, I would have just been like, I can't stream today. I give up. I would have just been like, I give up. I can't do it. Forget it. I'm just gonna cancel. But I'm still, for some reason today, just kind of okay, right. Start broadcasting, and now people, hi. Santi Chulo, hi, how are you? It's good to see you again. Welcome back. Um, oh, sugar then. Okay. All right, good. Well, maybe I'll, I don't know. I probably have some juice or something around here somewhere. Arcadia saying, I was just thinking, I wish I had chocolate. The shop is still open for another 30 minutes, but I'm too lazy to go out at 9:30 just for sweets. I, I can relate to that. And Brigitte believes in you. Also, Firebot thinks we should have water. Firebot's probably right. We should probably have all the water, which is actually probably my problem. Night Captain Andrew. Hi. That emote is adorable. Whose is that? That's really cute. Love sign. Okay, so that's a global Twitch emote that anyone can use that I never remember are there. It's very cute. I like it. Jane is proud of me. I'm doing a good job. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm doing my best. Brigitte, thank you. Oh, right. Thank you for giving that shout out tonight, Captain Andrew. You guys, so here, this is a person who's been hanging out with us fairly routinely for a while, right? Like this is somebody that we've gotten to know. But for whatever reason, I guess because, you know, it's actually kind of super rude to self-promote in someone else's space. I didn't realize that he streamed. And then he raided me the other day and I was like, oh, hey, I mean, these things tend to come up organically in conversation and that's like fine. Like I don't have any problems with that. But like I didn't realize that he streamed. And so finally I followed him and I caught one of his streams either earlier this week or end of last week or over the weekend. I can't remember. You guys, he's actually like a really good cook. I mean, I'm not like surprised by that or anything, but just like, you know, it's hard to know when you go into someone's stream that like you've never seen before. You're like, is this going to be good? Is it going to be, I don't know, what's it going to be like? And just absolutely delightful human, terrific, explaining all of the things he's doing in the kitchen. And I just really enjoyed my time there a lot. So, if you're into food stuff, drop him a follow. Because I will hang out over there some more. Right. My other problem is that I seem to have developed a headache. And I have a bad feeling about this. The reason that I say that is that, so today was a new Fortnite update. Okay, so Fortnite updated today. It was a big update, biggest update we've had since before the holidays when Epic went on their break. Epic Games that publishes Fortnite closes for 2 weeks during the holidays, which is fantastic. Congratulations to them. I think that's a terrific corporate policy and I'm all for it. I'm not complaining about the fact that we haven't had an update. It was just that like today was extra exciting because we hadn't had one in a while. And for those of you who are fans of our friend Jim Bitty Bim Bim, he is playing through the Metal Gear Solid series, which is something that I haven't had a lot of exposure to outside of Jim Bitty Bim Bim, which is actually probably a good thing because I don't know that I would want to have a lot of exposure to this series outside of Jim Bitty Bim Bim. Jim has a way of contextualizing things, and without apologies for it, but making known its finer qualities in addition to
fruit or
Avi. Thank you for the raid. Hi, hello, hi. Monstrosity Mel, hello. Nuts Sweets, hi, hello. Abby, hi. We're just talking about Metal Gear Solid because Solid Snake, the Solid Snake the Cakeless dropped in Fortnite today, and I was talking about that. Arcadia says Metal Gear is the textbook definition of a problematic fave. Yeah, exactly. But I do love that Jim is great about putting that stuff in context, right? Like, and providing appropriate content warnings and that kind of thing, which is always nice when you're, you know, unfamiliar with something like that. Hubby, actually, wait, did we get a shout out for you? I didn't realize you were streaming, probably because I was deeply embroiled in Fortnite, and then setting up for stream. So what were you playing today? Welcome, friends. Welcome. If you don't know me, I'm Leah Fireheart. I am primarily a food and drink streamer. Although I do play a lot of Fortnite. Tend not to be on stream, but I play a lot of Fortnite, and we're playing Hades, as our current stream game on Fridays. So if you're more into that than you are into cooking, because obviously we're here in the kitchen today, we're going to be doing some cooking. Then come back on Friday. But nice to meet all of you. Hi, I'm Leah. Hobby says, no worries, I hadn't in a while, but we're back. Heck yeah. I was struggling through Alan Wake 2. I see. This is another one whose only exposure I have had to it is actually Jim Bitty Bim Bim. And if I don't do this, it doesn't sound right to me now. I don't know why it doesn't sound right. Jim Bitty Bim Bim. But exactly, Arcadia, precisely. You understand. And it in general, I would say it's a game that is too scary for me because I'm a wuss. But yeah, I'm how are you finding it? You said you're struggling through it, so I guess it's a challenge. But is it at least an enjoyable challenge with other redeeming qualities for you? Anyway, it is absolutely lovely to see you here, Abby. If you guys are not following Abby is a terrific friend of the streamer. Highly creative guy. Plays lots of different kinds of games, tons of different kinds of games, more different kinds of games than I think almost anyone I know, and has a particular affinity for, despite the fact that he's playing Alan Wake 2, for some small indie titles that you almost certainly will never have heard of. He likes to do the demos of the things that are just coming out, and so if you like new indie games, absolutely drop Abby a follow, in addition to things like crafting games and survival games and puzzle games and resource management. I don't even know. I can't even explain. But yeah, Abby is terrific. A terrific streamer to follow, and I highly recommend that if you are not already. Okay, Abby says, so yeah, I love the game, just not used to survival horror and having terrible hand-eye coordination or hearing me rant about stuff. And clearly, if people are here, then they enjoy hearing rants, because I am. I don't want to say guilty because I don't actually feel guilty about it, but like I am a person who occasionally rants. So yeah, so that should be a good match then there too. Anyway, so what I was talking about before the raid was that that we played a lot of Fortnite today. I played some solo matches earlier. And then we have our regular Tuesday game with one of Brigitte's longtime Meat Space friends.
Stick with me, and you'll never go hungry again.
Data, hi! Thank you for the resubscription, my friend. I appreciate it, and it is so good to see you. Welcome to here. I hope your day is going well. Thank you, Brigitte. I was just about to ask for a shout out. Okay, so Abby says we love a good rant, but thank you for the kind words, Leah. I'm gonna go do some post-stream stuff. I have a little tummy ache too. Hope the taco goes well. Thank you, Abby. I appreciate that. I hope you have. I hope your tummy ache is short-lived and your post-stream stuff goes well. Thank you so much for bringing your community here and trusting me with them. And I'm glad to hear that you are doing well, Data. Okay, so here's all right. Here's my spiel. Okay, because the Data Wizard was last seen playing Stardew Valley, and that is because Data has the absolute most terrific. So I think kind of currently specializing more in like TikTok and Instagram Reels, vertical videos, on Stardew Valley tips and tricks, but also other games. So if you're not a huge Stardew nerd, it's okay. There's other things for you there too.
Stick with me, and you'll never go hungry again.
Oh my gosh, Santi, thank you. I appreciate that subscription. That's so sweet of you. And thank you for using your Prime here. You only get one of those, and you used it here. I'm so flattered. All right, so Data says I'm running out of Stardew stuff to coherently talk about, so I'm trying to branch out. All right, excellent. Okay, so that's good because I feel like a lot of the people that hang out here have also done Stardew to death. I know I have. Although I always learn something from your videos, even though I know a lot about the game. I think the way they put it is autistically info dumping on topics that they're passionate about, and I am so here for it. I just love it. I just love all of the like it, the beautiful little perfect flowers of information that Data Wizard presents in their videos. I'm enthralled by all of the content that they produce, even when it's on something like Starfield or whatever that I'm just never gonna play. I'm never gonna play that game. It's just not my thing. It's fine. So definitely go ahead and follow Data Wizard on Twitch, but then click the links out to like Threads and Instagram and TikTok and stuff if you're on those platforms, because their terrific content is all out on those sites. Highly recommend. So we're just gonna do all the friend shout outs today. That's just what's gonna happen. Also, oh no, okay, good. I was like, there's lights aren't on. Why are the lights on? Because it's just as the hype train is closed. We're fine. Yeah. So yeah, we're just gonna do all the friend shout outs today, I guess. Data Wizard says thank you for hyping me up a bit. I'm delighted by you. I really enjoy all of the things that you do, and I it's actually funny. This Data Wizard is one of the few people that I support on like I can't remember if it's like Patreon or Ko-fi at this point. I don't remember what's going on. I support Data Wizard off Twitch because it's just one of these. They're one of these people that I am glad exists in the world, doing their thing, whatever their thing is at the moment. Do you guys know what I mean? Do you guys have people like that? There's actually another content creator that I support that way. A woman who's a poet. She's a poet. I found her via makeup YouTube. But she's just one of these people that's like, and she just had a baby, but there's not a ton of baby content, which thank God, right? Because I'm not that interested in baby content, but I think I've supported her for like 4 or 5 years at this point or something, just because like I just love like whatever she chooses to do artistically or whatever she chooses to do creatively. I'm just glad that it exists for people, and I just want to like do my part to however in such a small way support that person and what they are up to. And I don't know if other people feel that way. It doesn't necessarily make me feel like a Renaissance art patron, although I do also actually support Peach on Patreon, but also Peach gives us some wait, this is like um also Peach gives us some absolutely lovely digital art for Patreon subscribers, to be accurately described as smut, but it is really good. It's really good. And I agree that Peach is kind of one of those people. It's just that however small a way we can support her being able to make art and put it in the world. I love her perspective on things and want it to continue to exist. Brigitte legit fainted at the last one. That's fair. I legit fainted about all of them. Okay, right. So I was a little late getting started, so I think we should probably do some cooking. I'm not entirely sure where I'm at. The other problem is that I think there was something that I was supposed to get at the grocery store, and now I'm kind of like, oops, I think I might have actually forgotten to do that. And so I'm just going to quickly make a little list of things and see if they are absolutely critical pieces of these recipes and make sure that I have everything that I need, because if I don't, I may need to send Grog to the grocery store. So, we're just going to go ahead and do a little mise en place to start with. Actually, I should probably switch over to the food cam. Give me a moment. Some random geek. Hi, how are you? Yeah. I'm doing it. Silently lurking while at work. All right. Well, I hope it is not too awfully terrible today. It was absolutely lovely seeing you in, was it Thieves chat last night? I think it was. There are a couple of really big Fortnite streamers that I follow, and for the most part, I don't talk in their chats. I just kind of like watch them play, and that's cool. And there was a tournament last night, and so I was watching Thieves play with this guy named Fluger. It was just, it was good. It was a different play style than I think they usually sort of like play in, so it was kind of fun for me to watch. And I happened to say something last night about how I was enjoying, like, and I don't know, because the Thieves plays with a guy routinely who's like a really good sniper, and it and it changes the dynamic of the duo, right? When he's playing with someone who actually I think is plays a little bit more like him. Like there's a little bit less of a duality. And so it was actually really fun to watch. And also they were getting like stream sniped, and there were some cheaters in the tournament and stuff, and that kind of sucked. And one of the guys kind of tends to get a little heated when stuff like that happens, which is understandable, very understandable. But the other guy that Thieves was playing with last night was just he was like, you know what? This is life. These things happen. We're just gonna have fun and do our best. And it just made for like a really nice viewing experience. I think I said something about that, and some random geek was in there too, and I was like, oh my god, a friend! This is so cool! I'm so excited. Anyway, Jane says I'm actually doing work today, not just enjoying my afternoon. I mean, aren't you usually working during my streams? I feel like you're usually working during my streams. I mean, at least a lot of the time you're like, okay, I got to go to a meeting, or, oh, I have to finish this project, or, or whatever. And that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. You're working harder than usual. Okay. Well, then I won't distract you, or at least I'll try not to distract you. I'll just say, we're just going to be on being good background noise for you while you get things done. And that's cool. I love that. Jane says I usually work really hard in the mornings, and by the afternoons I fizzle off. I mean, that's normal though. That is totally normal. And don't let our capitalist overlords tell you that that's not normal, because everybody has their times of day when they are most productive, and then times of day when their energy is a little bit less and they have to do things that require less attention. Like, that is so normal. And being 100% balls to the wall productivity machines all the time is just not realistic. Right. Okay. Grocery list. I should not be ranting about capitalist overlords. I should be making a grocery list. Okay. So I have an onion. Do I have jalapeno? I don't even know. Let's look. I know I need the red cabbage for sure. Oh, hey, there's more carrots in here. That's good to know. There's a green cabbage in here. There's a cauliflower. We're going to need that. All right. I don't think we have a jalapeno. Jalapeno. Garlic, tomato paste, salt, pepper, cumin, chili powder, 3 cans of black beans. 1, 2, 3. I don't think I need the I think the chickpeas are for what's-its. Thursday. Chicken broth I've got, bay leaf, sour cream, avocado, cilantro was the other one that I was supposed to get and I didn't. Dairy free sour cream. The one that I like is Forager. I don't know if they're gonna have that at Giant, but we'll try. Neutral oil, garlic powder, paprika, oregano, cumin, salt, cauliflower, sour cream. That was why we needed sour cream. Limes, red cabbage, white cabbage. I don't know what a white cabbage is. We bought a green cabbage. I'm sure it's fine. Small red onion, cilantro, tortillas. It's supposed to be corn tortillas, but I want to use flour tortillas because Grog found these really super tiny ones and I think they're really cute and I want them. So we're going to use that. All right, so that's actually a very small and manageable list that I probably should have bought this morning. I'm going to go give this to Grog and I'll be right back. Do we have enough stuff for mocktails? Because we might want to do mocktails too. Yeah, I mean, there's some grapefruit juice in the fridge, but not enough for two. Is there enough rosemary? Okay. All right. Because I don't think we've done that on stream yet, have we? Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay, so, right, I am going to get started on, I don't know. Let's look. Let's actually read these recipes. Okay, so I think actually probably, place a rack in the center of the oven, preheat to 425, whisk together things, roast cauliflower, 20 to 25 to 30 minutes. Okay, so it actually looks like we might actually want to do this first. Large pot over medium heat, cook those things, 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, yeah, so we are actually going to start with the cauliflower tacos. So our, we have a taco place that's near our house. Well, so I don't know. There's a few of them. It's a small local chain. And I like the fact that it's owned by this guy named Victor Albuisu, who is, actually Mexican. And I love the fact that he owns kind of like one like fine dining restaurant. He did. I don't know. It might have closed during the pandemic. I can't remember. But then he owns this chain of taco shops that came out of like the food truck. And I think I love that because like a lot of the time what happens is like somebody like, oh, I'm not gonna name names, but like somebody like a big celebrity chef will decide that they want to do like, hey, I'm going to open a Southwest joint, even though I'm from New Jersey and I'm a white dude entirely. Like I'm Scotch Irish heritage. And like, okay, cool. This is all good. but can we also let people whose native cuisine it is make money in fine dining where all of the cash is, in addition to having just a little taco shop on the corner? And so Victor Albizu is great. And I'm glad he exists. But one of the things that they do is they do a cauliflower taco, and it's not exactly the same. I'm not like trying to reproduce it, but when I saw the cauliflower taco recipe here, I was like, oh, we're going to have that. Amazing. So yeah, let's go ahead quickly and preheat the oven. Preheat the oven. All right. In a large bowl, whisk oil, chili powder, garlic powder, paprika, oregano, cumin, and 1.5 teaspoons of salt. Okay, so let's pull all of these things. Chili powder. Garlic powder. Paprika. Oregano. Cumin. And salt. In a large bowl. Okay. Oh, hi, Santa. How are you? It's good to see you. How are things going? It's like a cat. Wait, can I do it? Wait, it's hard because it's like a mirror, right? It has to be like this. Hi. I'm mimicking your cat emote. Is that not obvious? I hope that was obvious. Otherwise, that was really weird. Wait, it has to go like this. Like that. No, like this. Like that. There we go. 10 out of 10, it looked exactly like it. Heck yeah. I'm amazing. Hey, so, Santa. Hey, Santa. Hey, Santa. Guess what dropped in Fortnite today? Did somebody already tell you? This is probably not original information. All right, let me get some teaspoons and grab the snake. Yes. Hi. Okay, so Lord Rex. First of all, hi. Hi. I don't have to DoorDash, which is amazing. Look at me, not door dashing. I am not door dashing. There is nobody hired by me bringing groceries to my house today because today is 4 o'clock and my husband is home. So I sent him to the grocery store. I forgot I needed more tortillas and cilantro. I forgot. Yeah, so hi. Yeah, so no, not prepared. Not prepared. This is just my life. We're all just doing the best we can. How are you? Santa's Des gave me the heads up. I'm so excited. You gotta come play with us. Honestly, the quests are so easy. The quests are so easy. Like I think I finished. I mean, I think Des finished like the whole first page in like 2 matches. But I mean, this is Des, right? And Des is kind of amazing. It took me a few more, but you're as amazing as Des. You'll get them done really quickly. And then of course you also get to play Fortnite, and that's fun. Why is this onion and not garlic? Where's my garlic? Here it is. Santa says I'm hoping to get some free time for Fortnite next week. Oh, okay. So you have a big exciting week this week then? I mean, it's fine. You have until like I think March, right? So it's no rush, honestly. But we would love to have you come play with us. And I speak for this isn't like the royal we. This is not Queen Leah speaking. This is like I know that Des and Brigitte and Mops would love to play with you too. There is paprika, half a teaspoon of cumin, and half a teaspoon of oregano. Yes. Santa says I have company over at the moment, so my free time is very little. Company? How fun. Well, hopefully fun. Sometimes company is not fun, but I hope your company is the fun kind. So are you streaming this week then? I usually only keep up on things when like schedules when somebody tags everyone. I'm very bad at checking the myriad discords that I'm in for the details of everyone's week. So the only one whose schedule I really keep track of is Dez's. Actively, I mean. 1.5 teaspoons of salt. Okay, I'm gonna use kosher salt because 1.5 teaspoons of salt does seem like a lot of salt, especially because we're putting it in oil, so it's gonna get a little bit dissolved. 2, 3. Dirtle! Hi, Dirtle. It's really good to see you. How are things? Today was the big day, right? I assume the day is over, given that I shouldn't ask you about this on stream. You know what? Ignore it. Forget it. I didn't say anything. I said nothing. Nothing's happening. Everything is all normal. Dirtle is an animal lawyer, by the way, in case you guys didn't know. Did it say neutral oil? It says neutral oil, so I'm going to use canola oil. How goes the aminal lawyering, Doodle? Shut up and listen, Queen Leah speaking. I have no comment on any of that. Does this one have a 3rd cup on it? I think it starts at a 1/2 cup. Yeah, it starts at a 1/2 cup. That's useless to me. Let's see if this one has it. This one has a 3rd cup on it. I can use this one. Amazing. Santa says, yeah, I'm streaming more, actually. I'm trying to maximize my time away from company. Well, I mean, Santa, you have to work. It's only fair. So, yeah, reasonable. All right. Cool beans. Santa says I'm doing my 12-hour routine. Oh, I did read about that. I did read. You know what's so funny about that? You did tag everyone, and I did read your schedule for the week, and I went, oh yeah, that's right. I did redeem 12-hour stream for Santa. And so now you're gonna do it on Saturday. Excellent. You guys, I swear, like I have absolutely no brain. There's nothing up here at all. Um since when is Doodles a bot? Doodles is a bot? Wait, I didn't know that. Shinji, hi. How are you? How are you finding the Fortnite update, friend? And thank you for the hydrate. That means you folks too. If you have not had a hydrating beverage, a sip of a hydrating beverage lately, I highly recommend that you find one and drink from it. Brigitte's a Saturday after Jurassic Park. Well, before or after, I don't know. I don't know what time it starts. I'm only on the ball as much as I'm on it. Sometimes I'm falling off it and the ball is on me. Did that metaphor hold up? Okay. Sin Dirtle Birdle is when Doe Dirtle Bird lace a what? Santa says I think since Saturday. Dirtle is a bot since Saturday. Dirtle became a bot on Saturday? How come nobody told me? You got 2 wins today. Congratulations. I think we got Actually, I think we may have gotten 3, but I think the first 2 kind of don't count because you know what happened this morning? What happened this morning in the land of Fortnite is downtime broke the matchmaking system, and I was matched twice in 2 different matches where it was like me and like one other player and like 78 bots. I swear I saw one other real player and they tried to kill me with the grapple blade and I had a gold AR. So when they bounced me off of them with the grapple blade and I went flying out into the middle of the field, I was like, how about if I just shoot you with my gold AR then? And that's what I did. And he died really fast because that's what happens when you shoot somebody with a gold striker AR. So that was the only real player I saw that game and I won it. And then Brigitte and I won another one right after that because it was still all bots. Matchmaking is a headache right now, for real, yeah. Sienna says we needed a butt spot replacement for a bit, and Dirtle said bet. I'm not entirely sure that words can adequately convey the degree to which I am completely unsurprised by that. Actually, I feel like didn't Dirtle do that once before? Like in Dez's stream too? I feel like Dirtle has practice at this. Turtle says, what is this slanderous speech? I am a fellow human, beep boop. Yes, you are a fellow human. I think I'm chopping this. Am I chopping this? Cut into 2-inch florets. Sure. We can definitely do that. Yeah, so we yeah. We had that and then the last one that we won, we just won right before stream basically, like when we were playing with Brigitte's meat space friend. But I died. I decided to push a team that was trying to do a reboot alone because I had shockwaves. They got the reboot off and I died. Which is okay. I did get to shoot a guy in the face with a shotgun, which made me happy. Ugh. So he was very low, but that means that he had my gold AR, and that was very sad. Okay. Ugh. Cauliflower is chunky. Also, cauliflower's on the floor. Oops. Ugh. Oh, Shiji says, oh, mine were 100% not bots. I did most of mine in ranked. Heck yeah. Congratulations. I'm so proud of you. Good job. Yeah, mine were definitely bots. There's no question. Maybe not the last game, but then again, I wasn't by myself and I died. But yeah, the other ones I think were largely mostly bots. And I'm not saying that to be like, oh, they must have been bots because I suck. No, actually they were just like they had all the behaviors of the bots that Fortnite uses to fill out lobbies. Like shooting at us from too far away and being stupid and not like jumping at all or sliding at all or driving cars or anything.
Hot behind. Hot behind.
Hold on a second. Okay, Grog says the grocery store doesn't have dairy-free sour cream, only yogurt. Please type answer in chat because no sound in store. Dairy-free yogurt is totally fine, but I need half a cup. No, but I need like 1 cup. Right. Okay. Let's see. Full-on gamer moment. Yes. Santa says Dirtle has, yeah, but never to the degree of changing their name to Dirtle Birtle Bot. Oh no, it is Dirtle. I totally missed it. That's what you guys were talking about. Dirtle Birtle Bot. No way. Cauliflower on the floor. Did it budge? It 100% budged. It ended up on the floor. There was no salvaging it. It had to go in the trash. It was a sad day in Mudville. Mighty Cauliflower has struck out. I very much doubt anyone here understands that reference at all. Unless the Goog is here and chillin'. I know he canceled stream today, so he might be here and chillin'. I don't even know. But yeah, the no joy in Mudville one I think is probably limited to of my friends and followers. Probably the Goog is the only one that has a chance of getting that one. Shinji says, which is sad when you got 50,000 plus users on. I don't understand why there needs to be a bunch of bots. I don't know. I mean, I know people have opinions about the bot thing. I kind of don't. I mean, I know that like people kind of complain about, I mean, I don't actually think it's a bad thing to make new players feel competent by being able to shoot someone. I think it keeps them engaged in the game. I think that's probably true for me just because like, I mean, early on, like obviously like I'm better now. I'm not like completely I'm not completely incapable. In fact, it was funny. One of the people that I killed today was definitely not a bot, but they were clearly more of a new player because they made some decisions. And I just kind of like, I went sliding in, I slid around a corner, I shot him a couple of times. They tried to jump over my head, but then like crouched, which is like not a good idea. And I was able to just finish them. And so it was just kind of like, I'm sorry. But like, I do kind of appreciate like the fact that I think if people are able to shoot someone, that they're more likely to continue playing the game. And also I think it's probably just a functional like system of, is there enough people for that match at that moment? I'm sure they've done some kind of statistical work on like how long people are willing to wait for a game before they back out and go play something else, So I don't know. I kind of feel like they're probably doing the best they can, just like me. And that the bots are there to solve a real problem that Epic knows exists and that I don't because I'm not a professional game developer. Luckily, that one didn't end up on the floor. Excellent. Okay. Brigitte says gotta keep the bots busy or they'll turn their attention to more sinister things. Yeah, right. Or that. It could also be that. Dirdly Birdly Free is totally flirtly blurred like I need 1 cup. Oh dear. Dirtle Birdle Bot, here's the funny thing about this. We don't even have Butts Bot in this channel. Hold on a second. I'm actually going to turn off the stove cam just because we don't actually need it right now. Santa says no joy in Mudville. Sounds very familiar. Oh yeah. Well, okay, but Santa's more of like a basketball fan, right? Isn't Santa more of like a basketball fan? Because this is a sports ball reference. It's a baseball reference. I feel like if somebody does get it without Googling it, I should give them a prize. Shinji says, gotta come play with me once. We'll die easily together. Aha! Yes, Santa got it. Casey at the bat. Santa's a massive baseball nerd. Heck yeah! I've talked about this in Goog's chat. I don't know how much I've talked about it on here. Oh no, I have talked about it a little bit on here because I talked about why I kind of stopped watching baseball after the big strike that happened in the mid 1990s. But yes, I was also a massive baseball nerd, and at one point had the majority of Casey at the bat actually memorized. I kind of feel like you know how everybody kind of puts their faith in Casey and when Casey strikes out and there's no joy in Mudville. I kind of feel like that happens when three of us are knocked or like two of us are knocked, but Dez is not knocked. And I'm like, well, we're going to be fine. Dez is still up. Dez will deal with it. Dez will fix it. That doesn't always happen, but 90% of the time, honestly, it kind of does happen that if Dez is still up, Dez will fix it. I'm talking about Fortnite again, by the way, which is the only sport I participate in these days. Is Fortnite a sport? I don't know. I mean, it's an esport, I guess, but I don't play competitively, obviously. All right. Dirtle Birtlebot totally got it too. Without Googling and all, do I get a prize? Yes, you get a good robot. There, I patted you on your little robot head and told you did good. In Des we trust, for real. All right, preheat oven. That's what I'm doing. Add cauliflower, toss to coat. Arrange cauliflower cut side down on a foil-lined baking sheet. What if it doesn't have a cut side? I think we're just going to spread it out and it'll be fine. Roast until tender in the center and deeply browned on the bottom. It says cut into 2-inch florets. I wonder if they meant to like slice this or something and they edited the recipe. I don't know, whatever. It'll still be fine. We're just gonna roast it. Also 2-inch florets. This all seems very large for a taco. I feel like tacos are better when they're small. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take this. We're gonna take this. And some of these we're actually going to cut in half because I think I would have trouble getting my mouth around a cauliflower that is that large. At least in a taco, for example. Yeah, I think that'll work. Might work. All right. Let's see. Brigitte says, I trusted Des. Then she kept hacking the floor out from under the villa and I kept falling through it. I would say Des is like a benevolent trickster goddess. She will pull your bacon out of a fire, but she might have set the fire in the first place. Just didn't realize you were in it. For example. I really hope she's still here. Because otherwise I'm just definitely speaking out of turn. Shinji's gonna lurk. I'm at work, so I'm just here listening. That is totally cool. Thank you so much for dropping a lurk. It's always really good to see you. So thank you for hanging out while you work. Mom says maybe it means 2 inches long cut in half. I don't know, but like it's supposed to be a taco. How do you... there's nothing anything in the dimension of 2 inches seems too large for a taco is all I'm saying. Okay. Like 2 inches is this big. Look, it's this big. That's huge. That's a huge thing to put in a taco. I feel like actually like these pieces, like these little tiny pieces, like those are perfect for taco. Do you know what I mean? But like we're gonna do it their way, and if it falls out, it's fine. We'll get a fork. It's not the end of the world. Blue, hi. Cauliflower is so good, cooked or raw. Hi. How are you? Right. So I'm gonna get these in the oven, but first, what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk a little bit about Lil Blue Mazzotti, who just heckin' beat Mass Effect 3. Well, oh, you know what? I'm actually not sure. I hope you did, because I hope you did. Because I had to go to bed. It got to be too late and I had to go to bed. I feel like I heard, because I fell asleep with you in my ears last night, full disclosure. I was listening to you finish the thing, but like I fell asleep and then you went offline. So I was like, I don't know what happened. But yeah, so Lil Blue Mazzotti finished Mass Effect Legendary Edition, aka Mass Effect 3, last night on Insanity. Did you finish it with less than 200 deaths? When I left, it was 171. Either way, you're amazing. That's an incredible accomplishment, and I'm so proud of you. With no mods or anything, and no save scumming, no going back and trying again. Blue is a beast in the best kind of way. Also a really lovely person and a really engaging streamer, and has a really lovely community. So I highly recommend you drop Blue a follow if you have not yet. This is y'all calling me a gremlin. Only with the mostest love. Oh wait, it should be like this. Wait, hold on. I can't do it. I can't. Here, do the Fortnite thing with me. That's how much we love Des. Thank you. Let's see. Blue did beat it. Heck yeah. 172 deaths. Amazing. Incredible. Nice job. See, look at these tiny little tortillas. They're so cute. Santi says, honestly, I feel like you should be allowed to chop things as large as you feel is fine. I agree with you. I mean, it's my food, so I can make whatever decision I want to make. Grog got avocado chocolate mud pie ice cream with gluten-free cookies. Cool. And a grapefruit. That's exciting. I like grapefruits. I think he's going to juice it. And cilantro. So exciting. And Minnie Des says hi. Hi, Minnie Des. Hola. That's your carrying charge. I mean, it's. I don't think that you. Well, it's fine. I was just surprised to see the avocado because usually you get the cashew milk one. Oh, right. Okay. So, hold on just a second. I'm going to put some of these things away that need to be put away in the fridge. This cilantro is a little limp, so I'm going to grab a glass of water. I'm going to cut off the stems and we're going to perk it up like fresh flowers. Maybe this one. And hopefully it gets a little perkier before we have to use it. The whole reason we didn't buy cilantro on the weekend was that the cilantro all looked terrible. And it is, in fairness, January. But you would think, I mean, I don't know. I don't know how these things work. I don't know how industrial agriculture works. I would think that they would be able to perhaps make cilantro any time of year, but what do I know? All right, let's just throw that here. Um, Santi says gluten-free cookies, you said. As a celiac, I approve. Yeah, a lot of the dairy-free stuff I have found is also gluten-free. I mean, I understand them trying to kind of cover for a lot of different kinds of allergies, sort of maximize their options for people who might buy it.
Hot behind,
And actually, I
hot
have
behind.
tried. I know. I have tried the cashew milk one, and it is really good. It's actually really, really good. And a lot of those come gluten-free too. Right. So what Brigitte is yelling at me about is that we are going to have an incoming ad break here in a moment. We are going to take a 3-minute break from stream. Those of you who are not subscribed are going to see some ads. Those of you who are subscribed are going to see something else. I appreciate you hanging in there. It helps the stream, and it keeps the stream ad-free for the rest of the hour in which these ads run. So I will be right back after this break. See you in a minute. Hi, friends. Welcome back. Thank you so much for hanging in there with the ads. We don't control them. They will exist whether we choose them or not. So we choose to take a little break rather than having folks miss stuff, which only seems fair. Y'all were very busy while I was gone. Blue thinks Chester is dreaming of running through the grass chasing butterflies. Santi says he thinks he's dreaming about sunset walks on the beach. Opting out says Chester has a dream that one day people won't trivialize or willfully misinterpret the words of Martin Luther King Jr. in order to make jokes on the internet. Also, hi. Hi. Brigitte says Brigitte loves beach sunsets with a nice fire going. Krieger says he's dreaming about the new Bluey episodes. What does "Here Come the Grannies" mean? This is a rather complex dream. Opting out says Chester's a complex doggo. Chester is I'm sorry to disappoint you, not a complex doggo. Chester likes blankets, food, walks, and goose poop. Not necessarily in that order. Oh, it's a Bluey quote. Okay, Bluey long post dates any interaction that I might have had with that, not to age myself, but I have no frame of reference for Bluey. You could show me Bluey like on a picture on the internet without context and I would be like, what's that? I'm gathering that Bluey is a dog, but I don't know. Grog says food, sleep, chew toys. Chew toys. Chester likes chew toys. That is fair. He likes to not only chew them but sleep on them. That's a thing that Chester likes. Dirtle Birtle Bot says Chester has very complex needs. Not only does he require food, but also treats and Kleenex. Panuelos. Pañuelos. Did I say it right? Kleenex is not on Maslow's hierarchy of Chester needs. I feel like though intellectual stimulation is indeed on Maslow's hierarchy of needs. And maybe that's what Chester gets out of chewing Kleenex. It was very well pronounced. Thank you, Dirtle. I am roasting cauliflower. I forgot to put a timer on it. So let's set a timer for like 20 minutes. That's good. We're doing great. Night Captain Andrew says, I used to have a doggo that helped me with laundry by gathering up all the dirty clothes I'd leave laying around the house in little piles because she liked sleeping on dirty laundry. Chester also likes that, but he is not so helpful. Generally what happens is that like when we're doing laundry, we just put all of the laundry in a hamper. We have a small place and so it's just simpler to just put it all in one spot. We dump it all out, we sort it into piles, and then Chester does this and like sprays it everywhere. So it's like, you know, not neat little piles anymore, but more kind of like Chester-shaped donuts of laundry. Sandy says you should look into Bluey. It's very interesting, even if it's a children's show. Really? Okay. All right. I'll take your word for it. Chef John, hi. Thanks for the lurk. Good to see ya. Durdle says also my client would strongly disagree with that assessment. His Maslow's pyramid is made of Kleenex, actually. Can you imagine? No, let's just not imagine a pyramid made of Kleenex. I feel like that's a very fragile basis on which to build your entire identity and self-worth. I think is tough. Kleenex is a tough format for that. Chester scatters the piles of dirty laundry to make his bedding. Yes, he does. Sandy says also, are you learning / already know Spanish? No. I don't. I know only little tiny bits. But here, so this is one of those things. Okay, so we get these things from Siete. They're called buñuelos, grain-free cinnamon crisps. They're really good, actually, and they're cassava flour, and they're gluten-free, so you can have them. I found these ones we get from Imperfect Foods, but I also found this brand at Target. And we're not gluten-free, but they send us snacks sometimes, and so that was one of the things they sent us that we liked. And every time I say buñuelos, Dirtle, who does speak fluent Spanish, says it sounds like I'm saying pañuelos, and so he thinks I'm saying Kleenex, and so we all get very confused about why both I and my dog eat Kleenex. Night Captain Andrew says, does Chester at least help with dishes by pre-rinsing them? No, Chester is not permitted in the kitchen, unfortunately. He would do that, though, if we let him. And Brigitte is in fact learning Spanish. That is true. Also, our friend Peach that we shouted out earlier, she is from Spain and also speaks fluent, perfect Spanish, obviously, because she's Spanish. But yeah, so we are surrounded by people in our orbit of people who do actually speak Spanish. I do better when I don't speak it well at all, but I do better understanding when people speak to me in Spanish. I worked in a kitchen and grew up in California, frankly. And so I've had a lot of exposure to Spanish, but I've never over the years I've learned things here and there, but I've never actually studied it. And so most of my exposure is in terms of like immersion in the kitchen, and then also just kind of like growing up with it. So I have a vague idea of how things are pronounced. Opting out says fragile identity and self-worth sounds about right. Kleenex confirmed. You're probably right. In fairness, but we're all doing our best. It's so good. So I'm still learning French. J'apprends le français. Both Brigitte and our friend Quantum Ops also speak perfect fluent French, and so that's what got me started on that journey. I also have over 500 days of French practice, but after French is Welsh, and then maybe we'll go back to Spanish. It's not bad. Wait, Creakers, do you also speak French? Yeah, and Dirtle says, oui, croissant, je suis un pomme de terre. Je suis un pomme de terre aussi. J'aime les pommes de terre. You're French? What? I didn't know that. Oh my gosh. Now I just embarrassed myself. I'm gonna blush. Help. My face is hot. Gringers is an OG Frenchie. I thought the OG Frenchies were like Charlemagne. Creakers must be ancient. Sometimes Spanish is very fun, although I speak as a native Spanish speaker, so I don't know how fun it is to learn. No, it is. It's good. It's good. I think one of the things that I struggled with was that my knowledge of Spanish was very much formed in like I need to communicate with someone who doesn't speak English sort of environment. And so the things that I learned to say were very broken and just kind of like piecing together whatever I could kind of come up with in order to communicate the thought that I was trying to get across. And the fact that I did that, and then also would try to learn through Duolingo, which doesn't actually teach you like grammatical structures of things, whereas I do actually have some formal French education. So at least I have some idea of kind of grammatical structures and like tenses and that kind of thing. Because if I were trying to learn that just kind of like from an app, I just don't think that would go very well. I think I would actually need lessons. So, I mean, who knows? Like, I was having the same problem with Welsh. I just think it doesn't really very well match the way I learn. The only reason it works for French is that I've actually already had, like, 10 years of formal French education. I wouldn't say that I'm fluent by any means, but I do understand most of the things that are said to me at this stage. Let's see. Grog says Charlemagne was technically a Frank, not German. Well, why does he have a French name then? Krieger says, no, I didn't mean to make you feel embarrassed. Your pronunciation was great. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Krieger says grammar is my favorite thing about languages. Duolingo doesn't work for me. Well, and one of the things that I think is helpful is that because I was, again, going back to like how old I am, right? I mean, the way that I was formally educated in English also included things like conjugations and verb tenses. It wasn't quite like down to like diagramming sentences, but we were taught about adverbs and nouns and verbs and adjectives and how those things function together in English in order to construct a logical sentence, and that's fine. And so when languages are taught that way, like in a formal French education class, right, then I have something to hang it on. It's like I have this language scaffolding built of English, and when I can hang the French ornaments on it, then it gives me a sense of like what the whole picture should look like. Whereas, and I guess Spanish being a Romance language is probably similar in terms of structure, and that would probably come out eventually. But like starting to learn Welsh, which has a different vocabulary entirely, a different pronunciation entirely, not the same grammatical structure at all. I just kind of felt like I was trying to construct a pyramid out of Kleenex. And I don't know how to say Kleenex in Welsh. Dirtle says, I actually hate that Duolingo has a reputation as the way to learn a language nowadays when it fails miserably to properly teach the most important part of a language, i.e. grammar. Santi says, absolutely, that's why I struggle so much with German. Dirtle could help you with that. You guys could have perfect fluent conversations in Spanish and German. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Dirtle speaks a lot of languages actually. German being the well, both Spanish and I guess German being like the native one, I guess. Grog says French people and language derive from the Franks. They were a post-Roman tribal confederation. Sorry for the geek out. I'm currently researching the Carolingian Empire for a D&D campaign. I thought somebody had redeemed Grogopedia entry and I missed it. Brigitte says, I don't know, in England you're not actually taught grammar, and I got to A level and was the only person in my English cohort who knew what conjugating was. Conjugating, is that similar to conjuring? Yes, but with words. I actually think that has more to do with like generational divisions. And I don't mean like boomers, millennials, whatever. I just mean like in terms of the way like theory of I am not the person to be talking about this. Somebody shout out Faye. So our friend Faye is actually like a trained teacher and would probably be able to talk more eloquently about all of this. But I do know that the way things are taught get changed over the years. And I do know that like the way that I was taught is not necessarily in fashion anymore. And I know that in some ways for some people new ways work better. And I don't know, and I'm not enough of a trained teacher to be able to expound on methodologies and how and why they've changed. But opting out says they aren't teaching the kids safe conjugation anymore in school due to pressure from the present perfect only crowd. All right, first of all, we're going to push the pun button. But opting out, that might actually be the most clever thing I've ever seen anybody type in a Twitch chat. Also, it was really funny, so thank you for that. Sandy says, I do not speak German, but I wish I did. Well, you found someone to practice with then. Also, why are we bonking Dirtle? What did Dirtle do? What did Dirtle do now? Did Dirtle invent another fake? Did Dirtle invake another what? Conjugating? Watch your language? That's not that bad. It's not as bad as what opting out said. Bad/good. But what was I talking about? I was talking about something. I don't remember what I was talking about. Anyway, whatever. Dirtle says I never let English out of my... No, Drog says I never let Dirtle... I never let Dirtle out of my sight either. That's a terrible idea. It's an untrustworthy language. Garuba... Wait, Guaratuba... Buonote. Is that Portuguese? I think that's Portuguese. I only speak English, though. I'm sorry. We were just having that discussion. So if we could keep the chat in English for the most part, that would be lovely. Santi says I'm also a trained teacher, and you're correct about how that changes. Hey, excellent, amazing. This is, and I know that one of the things that happens is that and I know this from some of my teacher friends, that parents who were taught a different way don't understand why things have changed, and so they give teachers a hard time for that. And I feel like it's kind of like the why are there bots in Fortnite question. It's that I am not a game developer. I have not done the statistical analysis about how long people will wait for a match or how many times they will fail before they give up a game. And so I am not the person to ask about this. But what I do know is there are experts out there who know more than me and who have made these decisions because it seems like the best thing for them to be doing. Oh my God. You guys are so chatty. Hold on a second. Also, I see Vix. Hi, Vix. Okay. Wait, I gotta scroll up. Oh, okay. An English teacher in Hawaii. That's so cool. We have a lot of English teachers in our orbit, actually. You are in good company here. Alpine says, Dirtle, I sung the praises of your aminal layering last night and completely derailed Snow's stream. Oh my God. Dirtle says, nothing, that's what. I'm an innocent man. I mean, bot. Shark, Alpine. Vix, we're talking about conjugating. Opting out says there's a video about those viral polyglot videos that says Portuguese is Spanish spoken in French. I do know many people who do speak Portuguese. I'm just not one of them. Dirtle says, okay, that's amazing, humbling, but also unfortunate. I don't want to be responsible for derailing streams. Yes, you do. And I speak from personal experience on that one. I am an expert in Dirtle derailing streams. I have experienced it not only in Solaria and Santa's chat, I have experienced it as a moderator in Dez's chat, and I have experienced it as a streamer in my own chat. So I do know that you do want to be responsible for that as routinely as possible. I'm supposed to be making soup, not conjugating Portuguese. Brigitte, thank you for that. Thank you for that shout out for Vix. Speaking of which, we do have some Fortnite fans in the chat that may not have met Vix before. Vix is actually a YouTube content creator, makes a lot of shorts and also sort of longer form content about Fortnite, and then also some other Let's Plays that he's branching into. So drop him a follow on YouTube if you are so inclined to communicate, to conjugate your video game content via YouTube in addition to Twitch. Brigitte says, oh good, Vix is here. That reminds me I have a cake question. There's a poll in the chat. I'm afraid to look at it, so you guys should go vote. Alpine says, hey, I'll take responsibility. They had an absolutely wonderful time. I'm sure they very much enjoyed that, honestly. Did you have the link for the site? I hope you had the link for the site. You know there's a website, right? You know there's an animal layering website. Sandy will be back. All right, lovely. Thank you so much for popping in. Thanks again for the subscription. It's lovely to see you again, and I hope you have a really good rest of your day if you don't make it back before the end of stream. Wait, Shinji says we have to get Leah to play Rocket League soccer cars. I'm not playing soccer cars. I'm really, really bad at soccer cars, but it is very fun to watch, and I will watch other people play soccer cars. Okay. Brigitte asks, have you ever thought of face planting a cake? Yes, no, yes, but I'm not admitting it or trough. Wait, I voted for the wrong thing. Can I change my answer? I can't. I screwed up. I meant to vote no because I've never thought about face planting a cake and I don't understand why anyone would. Opting out says I'm supposed to be making soup, not conjugating Portuguese is a quote. It is a quote. It is in fact a quote, but none of my moderators grabbed it, so now it does not live in perpetuity. It dies with this stream. Kaylee, Shark. Also, hi, I am lurking and cooking. Hi, I hope you're well. Good to see you. Are you also in pursuit of Solid Snake's cake? Wait. That was right. That was right. Yeah, that was right. This is the context for this conversation. Hybrid, hi. Thanks for the lurk. I appreciate it. Alpine says I grabbed the link and was so delighted to listen to them read through the site. It's really good, and the Peruvian Luigi is really good because that like extends into Snow's consciousness. Vic says it depends on the type of cake. Oh my god. Abby says, Turtle, your name would be derailed if we were to change it. Yes, it's derailed Birtlebot. Alpine says, Poll, I'm not kink shaming. I'm kink asking why. Derailed Ladadle. I can't say I dislike it. Oh my god. Well, luckily you can't change it again for like another 3 months or something, so you will have forgotten about it by then. Unless you like keep a notebook or something. I'm suddenly terrified that Dirtle has a notebook. I have a strong suspicion that actually Dirtle might have a notebook. Dirtle might even have a calendar upon which is noted the date, the next date that he can change his Twitch username. Oh, do VIPs have the power? VIPs do not have the power. Not that they shouldn't have the power, and I would be willing to grant VIPs that power. I just haven't. Jane is kink asking why not. In fact, I could just probably do that. I mean, we have like another hour. Okay, you I was talking earlier when I was talking about how I started stream late. And so I started stream late because my cameras didn't work. And then I started stream late again because my microphone wouldn't work. And so I had to reboot the computer twice. But I everything is working. Everything is fine. But now my Chrome browser just won't load. Like the internet just won't open. And I don't know why. It is what it is. So hold on. I think I might be able to actually just go ahead and grant VIP's power to do that. By the way, the poll has ended in a tie about whether or not people have ever thought about face planting a cake. 4 of you said yes, and 4 of you said droff, and that's just where we are with that. I'm Dirtle, I'm a little bit disappointed that you contributed 68 and not 69 channel points. Did you just run out of time? Abby says he's a pet layer. He does. Opting out says, no, they shouldn't have the power. I think you're onto something here. No. I honestly believe that my current crop of VIPs are some of the most trustworthy, lovely people that exist in the world, never mind the internet. You are all, of course, also gremlins, and I am deeply terrified of you at some level, but not at the level of adding quotes to my quote bot. I just need to scroll a little bit and we'll figure this out. Give me a second. Well, that's weird. It must be a setting and not just a thing. Okay, well, I'll look at it later. In fact, we will remind me. Hold on a second. We can do that. We can remind me. Remind me to add VIP powers to QuoteBot. Okay. We can always delete quotes later if I hate them. Opting out. Okay. Wait. Jane is right. Jane is very disappointed. Brigitte says the dark urge is strong with the cake face planting. Shan Shark. It's good to see you. Welcome to here. I hope you're having a good day. Okay, so black bean soup. We're doing black bean soup. I don't know what the context for that was. You know what's so funny? I remember the other place where I am frequently quoted is Dr. Andy 23's chat. So Dr. Andy 23 also has a quote bot, and I do tend to remember the context for the things where I am quoted there. But here, I don't remember why I said that. Okay, that one I do remember why I said it, because it's not a margarita, it's a cactus. It's a drink that comes in a cactus, in a ceramic cactus mug. I could explain it more than that, but would that be fun? Jane says I mod for a friend of mine, and every time a quote pops up that I've said, I have no clue what I was doing. I feel like there might be one or two where I don't necessarily remember, but for a while, like in like voice chat, sometimes a quote would make it into the quote bot, and some of those I'm kind of like, what was I talking about? A lot of them involve penis cookie cutters. Am I allowed to say that? There are several quotes about a certain set of cookie cutters that I bought for a specific reason, for the purpose of amusing my friends. And I ended up with doubles of them because Amazon screwed up. And so anyway, whatever. That's the context for a number of those quotes. Jane says, with the exception of one where I was talking about how I kept messing up my hair, but I liked it, but I came out real dirty. These also came out real dirty, but I'm literally talking about cookie cutters. Alpine says, I'm pretty sure streaming is done in a quasi-dissociative state. I think it's just I'm keeping track of a lot of things, okay? And so the things that I remember are things that other people have said rather than things that I have said, because the things that come out of my mouth are not important. The things that come out of your thingies are important. It sounded kind of gross. I'm sorry. Are they special cookie cutters? They're very special cookie cutters in multiple sizes. Alpine says, was Corey involved in Dickerdoodles? Corey loves those. No, these were mostly sugar cookies, I think. I think I mostly made sugar cookies. And then I mostly mailed them to friends. I know Penblade got some, and Dr. Andy and Coherent got some. Corey may have gotten some too, actually, when it comes right down to it. But yeah, no. I mean, Corey was adjacent to the entire project. Yes. In fact, Corey may have been the one who was like, oh, by the way, you can in fact get those. That's possible. Right. So, all of the bots would like us to drink water, in addition to Leah Firebot. Dirtle Birtle bot thinks that it is important for us to consume hydrating beverages. So if you have not in a while, this is for you too. All right, Dirtle's gonna go grab water, and so we should as well. Excellent. Thank you. Okay, so what was I doing? Oh, I was making black bean soup. Okay, we can do that. Let's make soup. We are going to also have to do things with the tacos eventually, but I'm not going to do that right now. Right now, I'm going to start the black bean soup. And also, this timer went off, so I should probably do something about that too. These are feeling done. I'm going to stick them with a fork, and we can see. Those are pretty done. Yeah, I think those are done. The little ones are going to be way done. And I don't want to completely overdo the little ones. So there we go. Those are done. Let's turn that off. I'm just going to stick this back in the oven because I'm not entirely sure why it was out of the oven in the first place. And there we go. Oh, wait, you guys can't see that. Sorry. I turned it off because I didn't need it until I needed it. And now I need it. Brigitte says the performing space. I swear I've literally blacked out for some performances. That's fair. Vic says hydrate. Okay, I'll refill my coffee. Hey, guess what? Coffee counts apparently, but also you should have water too because it's also a diuretic, I guess. I think we asked a doctor about that one time. We asked a doctor about whether alcohol counted as a hydrating beverage, and she said no. And then we asked a doctor whether coffee counted as a hydrating beverage, and she said yes, but also you should also have water. Shinji says, sorry, I know my messages are way far apart. Good to know. Me and a group of friends are going Rocket League community night tomorrow. Might have to stream it now. Oh, okay. You do not want me to play in your Rocket League community night. I barely understand the Rocket League controls, but I do enjoy watching Rocket League. So if you streamed it, I would probably watch. Grog says, so alcohol doesn't count, but coffee does. That's BS. There are two entirely different substances, Grog. It's like saying that onions don't count as apples. Of course they don't. They're two entirely different things. The only thing that the same about them is that they're round. Jane says sparkling water counts, right? Sparkling water 100% counts. Alpine says, Grog, this just means you have to do a 4 Loco to cancel it out. What the hell is that? Grog says, I hate coffee. You don't have to drink coffee. Vic says, I was pretty okay at Rocket League when I first got into it, but I got bored and now I suck. I'm sure you would get good at it again. I feel like we're good at the things that we practice at. Not the 4 Loco. What is that? Do I have to Google it? Did I just say something terrible? Did I say something dirty? Looks gross. I'm distrustful of anything that color that comes in a can. Let's see. Brigitte says, I think it's great we can Rocket League in Fort now. Zoom! Bonks player over cliff. Goal. Shinji also sucks at it. I just enjoy playing with friends. Wait. Girdle says, don't make Grog drink coffee so cruel. I don't make Grog drink coffee. All the coffee is mine. I get to drink all the coffee. Jane says a disgusting mix of caffeine and booze that was recalled and made less caffeine-y because it was a problem. Chef John says, did someone say coffee? Someone 100% said coffee. Yes. We're talking about coffee and alcohol and whether they count as water. Coffee does. Alcohol doesn't, but you should still drink water. Shinji says rocket racing is fun. I do enjoy that. I'm also bad at that. I just don't understand the controls, and I don't care enough to learn, so I give up. I just play Fortnite. It's fine. I do like Lego Fortnite. Oh, speaking of Lego Fortnite, you guys, this is the first time I've streamed since we confirmed this. I forgot. Well, we're going to have to do another announcement at the end of stream. I'm disappointed that I forgot at the beginning of stream. It's okay. It's okay. I was busy at the beginning of stream. Everything was broken. It's fine. Coffee only with creamer. I drink black coffee. That was another legacy of my restaurant work. How many points for Grog to shotgun a 4 Loco? None, because we're not doing it, Brigitte. Sorry. However, what we are doing on Sunday, I don't normally stream on Sundays, but my friend Paul STL, if I can actually get a shout out for Paul. In fact, that's another thing that I have to remember to do. I got to make a shout out for Paul. My friend Paul STL is not only, I just failed at that. Is not only a terrific survival game streamer. He plays very serious things like Valheim and Sons of the Forest. He is also an expert Lego builder, and he has never tried Lego Fortnite. So I am dragging my friends kicking and screaming into Lego Fortnite. No, he didn't kick or scream. He just, in fact, if there was screaming, it was only in excitement. He seems to be as jazzed as I am about this. But Paul and I are going to stream together on Sunday, this Sunday, at 2:00 Eastern, 7:00 Greenwich Mean Time, and we are going to play some Lego Fortnite together. So definitely come by for that. Make shout out for Paul. Okay, so that I don't forget for Sunday. Shinji says it's too bitter for me. I can't. Yeah, you know what? I used to be like that too, and then I just got lazy about going all the way into the walk-in and getting a whole big gallon container of milk just to put milk in my coffee. And then I had a friend who was like the barista, like in charge of all the other baristas, and he introduced me to Ethiopian blends, which tend to have a little bit of like a citrusy note to them, and putting milk in those was gross. And so I decided that I liked the kind of blonde roast Ethiopian espresso with no milk. That's my black coffee journey. Grog says Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. It is the Monster Lego Fortnite rally. Be there or be vaguely rounded off rectangular. Shinji says Lego Fortnite is amazing. The update is awesome. Legendary tools now too. What? I'm gonna play it tomorrow while I'm not streaming. What? I went online. Wait, Shinji, do you know? I went online and I tried to figure out how to make a launch pad and I couldn't figure it out. Do we need a new upgrade or something? Because I don't. Where is it? Help. Opting out says don't shout out Paul. His Kleenex pyramid can't take that much positive reinforcement. How about we shout at Paul? Can we do that? Let's shout at Paul instead. Oh, oops. That just shouts at Brigitte. It's okay. That one is only mod. And we have confirmed that it is going to stay that way. It's a new upgrade. It's something you learn. But learn how? Spoil it for me. I want to make a launch pad. Travel is one of the big problems in this game. And this would solve at least some of that. Well, they desperately need a steering wheel for their little fussy cars. No spoiler alerts here. No spoiler alerts here. Not for Lego Fortnite anyway. The only people that I play with are Des and Brigitte, and I know that Des would probably also like either look it up or have already found out via YouTube about how to do this. Durdles is okay, I know, but I'm still gonna keep trying that command every time. All right, fair. Brigitte, and after I just made walkways to all of our cities. I know, you did, and they look really good, and you did a good job. They're wonderful. But I don't blame them for providing other traversal options because it's kind of a pain in that game. Shinji says, I'm frustrated though. Shinji Island is going to be contested all the time though. What do you mean? Oh, because you can enable PvP, but you don't have to. Hi, Andy. Hi, how are you? Good to see you. Welcome in. Okay, right. Okay, hold on. We actually have to focus on this. We actually kind of have to focus on this soup now because I do actually have to cook. Despite the fact that I've basically spent like an hour standing around talking about Portuguese and Fortnite. Okay, so 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, 1 medium onion chopped. All right, so let's chop an onion. Andy says doing good, just ordered some Scottish treats for Burns night. Heck yeah. Wait, that's Thursday? Is that Thursday? We're not doing Scottish treats because although I do have a friend who is Hippie Wayfarer is making haggis for Burns night, which is actually very impressive. He's an American. He lives here. He actually lives as the crow flies about I don't know 15 miles from me. But he I think he was going to do it on stream on Sunday, but he got like sick or something. So I looked up when it was. I think it was the 25th, but I'm not going to make haggis. I'm sorry. It's not my kind of food, unfortunately. I think it says to finely chop this. I feel like this is like good enough. This will be fine. 2 tablespoons. Go, 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 go. Chop, 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 chop. Gotta make up for lost time. No, I don't. I'm not really. I do just kind of have to like stay more in motion than I was though, where I was just kind of standing there reading the chat because y'all are way too entertaining. I'm sorry to be the one to tell you, but you are a very distracting bunch. And I appreciate you all so very much for that. Otherwise, I am perfectly capable of standing here alone in my kitchen and cooking. But y'all make it so much more fun. All right. 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Hippie will be making haggis tomorrow, not an exploding one. Okay, cool. Neeps, tatties, and puddin'. Shinji says, no, I meant in Battle Royale. It's a little island just above Lair. It has Snake as the NPC there now, and he's a scout, so everyone's gonna want him as an AI. Oh no. I still like the explodey guys. Those cluster clingers are totally OP. Also, I don't have there's no NPC in the Villia. We like that square building by the train station, between that train station and Snooty Steps. That's kind of our favorite landing spot this season. Distracting someone tell a dad joke. Please don't encourage them. Turtle says, I didn't know haggis came in exploding and non-exploding variants. I don't know. She says my dad's enough of a joke as is. Yes, doggo. There is, in fact, where is he? Where did he go? He was right there. I could hear him. There is a doggo here. There are, in fact, if you do Command Chester in chat, it will put doggos in the chat for you. And there's also yeah, there we go. This one. Which is Chester dressed up like a little shark. Oh, he's over by Grog now. Okay. Right. So, add onion, cook until soft and translucent. Add jalapenos and garlic and cook until fragrant. Okay, 1 jalapeno minced. Let's do this. Gonna cut the ribs out here. All righty. Oh my gosh, I'm very hungry. I did have a good lunch, but maybe it's just because the freaking roasted cauliflower smells so good. Okay. Let's use that. Okay. She says, darn it, people need to stay off my bowling alley on Fortnite. There's a bowling alley? I'm gonna have to go see Solid Snake now because I haven't yet. So I gotta go see Shinji's Island. Dirtle says, I don't remember my lunch, but I did have an amazing breakfast consisting entirely of cold pizza.
Hot, cupcake.
Hi, Alice. Thank you. Mom says taking Randor and Willow for a walk, but you're coming with us. I actually knew you meant Ranger, but I thought I would just say what you typed. Excellent. So where's my brother? So you're living Randor at home. That's unfair. There is no Randor. Randor does not exist. But yes, Dirtle, Ranger and Willow are potential clients for you. Although Ranger and Willow subsist on chickens, so I doubt they have a lot of complaints to make about their lot in life the way Chester does. Shark Alice. Vic says many times cold pizza is better than warm pizza. I don't agree. I don't like candy that much. I don't like cold pizza. And I don't know, what else don't I like? I don't remember. Oh, this is not ready to go in yet. Denver. Okay, got it. Nice. So I guess they went to see friendos. All right. Garlic cloves, minced. Seems like Randor is most in need of my services right now. Randor is not a thing. Turtle. Candy on cold pizza. Opting out. You are as bad as the rest of them. No. Although, one of the things that I did run into while I was searching for something else on Pinterest, probably because one of our mutual friends at one point was talking about Nutella pizza, was a Nutella pizza, and it did in fact have M&Ms on top. That was on Pinterest when I was looking for something else. I swear to God, these apps listen to us. Either that or that my phone is watching the things that I type into Twitch chats, which is also frankly terrifying. Because there are a lot of things that happen in Twitch chats that just shouldn't be taken out of context. Brigitte says proper pizza isn't great cold. Trashy pizza is good cold. I don't eat trashy pizza. And that sounded really snobby. That is not snobby. It's not snobbery. It's because Grog can't eat pizza. And so when I am afforded the opportunity, i.e. Grog goes to play D&D in another state, I will order myself good pizza. And I'm not going to order crappy pizza because I don't get it that often. So I order good pizza. And it's just not very good cold. So I think I might agree with Brigitte, except that also I don't like trashy pizza cold either, so I would always rather warm it up. I'm just full of unpopular takes today. All right. Excellent. Garlic is garlicked. Oh. These are browning in a way that I didn't intend for them to. It's fine. It won't hurt them. Might even make it better. It's just not what's written down in the recipe. Vic says I don't like candy, cold pizza, or lists. Good call. Also kindred spirit, I guess, except I kind of doubt you're telling the truth. Brigitte says I've seen candy pizza. Friends bought it a few times. I see. Alpine says Randor is the third Olsen twin of the Fire Mom household. Also, they're my brother's dogs. Brigitte says, Grog says, I heartily disagree. There's a great family-owned pizza joint in the town that I did grad school. Their pizza was great cold. I would buy a large, eat a third of it for dinner, a third of it for breakfast, and a third of it for dinner the next night. Grog, you're this is almost begging for retaliatory informing chat of what you subsisted on before you met me. I can't really take anything you say seriously. Dirtle says proper pizza is very good when cold. Vic says that's some tough crust. Wait, Brigitte says there's something about the ingredients being sealed in the congealed, solidified cheese, like a tasty mammoth in a glacier. Brigitte out here eating furry elephants. Help. Grog says pizza and Chipotle. That's what I lived on in grad school. What did Grog subsist on before he met Leah? Grog has to give me the okay before I tell you what Grog subsisted on before he met Leah. Opting out says, was it a dozen eggs and a whole onion scrambled? That was one of my go-tos in uni days. That was a lot more cooking than Grog typically did. Alpine says, that's living it up for grad school. Well done. Brigitte says, look, I'm not ashamed of eating furry meats. Right. So Grog is gonna tell you what he did subsist on: cereal, sandwiches, and packaged rice with canned chicken. Yes. And now he gets things with tomato paste in them. Add tomato paste. Stir to coat vegetables. Okay. That is not tomato paste. That is anchovy paste. If I put a tablespoon of anchovy paste in this soup, that's going to be bad. Anchovy paste is delicious, but not in this. Vic says I used to live on a variety diet of ramen and cereal. Used to have no money, so I learned lots of ways to cook ramen. That is fair. And budget is always a consideration, right? But like I think Grog would be the first one to tell you that he prefers his current diet. Okay. There is our tomato paste. Kosher salt. Season with salt, pepper, cumin, and chili powder. Okay, I need to turn this down or off. Kosher salt. Kind of hard to season with salt at this stage of the game. So we're probably going to have to add more. But we can season what is currently cooking with salt and pepper. And then half a teaspoon of ground cumin, which is here. And 1 teaspoon of chili powder. It's a very similar flavor profile, which is why I thought they would work together. Boop. All right. Stir, stir, stir. Stir, 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 stir. Okay. 3 cans of black beans drained. All right, actually, let me just throw this down here for a moment and get a colander. Sorry, friends, I'm not ignoring you, I promise. Wait, I am kind of ignoring you. I have a timeline of my head of how this has to go, and we're not on it. Opting out says canned chicken is so low class. Posh people call it tinned chicken. I love how in the US and apparently Canada, Um, British English is code for high class. Creaker says, "Why do people put chicken in cans?" I don't know. Why do people put spam in cans? Why do people do anything? Vic says they still eat tons of cereal. Old habits, eat cereal. I mean, cereal is great. Is legit great. Alice is for the same reason to put fish in a can. To spit in the face of Jod. Alice. Krieger says I was eating for, or Grog says I was eating for one. Leftovers weren't optional. Oh, weren't optimal. I see. Oh, right. Okay. Actually, this is the reason why I knew we needed to at least get some things going on the stove because we have another incoming advertising break. We are going to take another quick break. 3 minutes of ads for those of you who are not subscribed. For those of you who are subscribed, you will see something else.
I'll have what she's having.
Andy, thank you for the bits. I appreciate it. A bitty treat for Chester since he's a dog who knows so many things, but don't tell anyone else. Thank you. Okay. Right, we're going to be on an ad break here really quick. Please stick around. It helps support the channel and it's very brief. So, and it keeps the rest of the stream ad free for everyone. So I will see you guys back here in just a few minutes. Be right back. I love streaming. I love hanging out with you guys. I love coming here and sharing time in my kitchen as if we were all attending the same virtual dinner party, which is kind of the metaphor that I use in my head for bringing people into my space and trying to be as amusing a hostess as possible. I'm going to turn the stream over to my husband and moderator, Grognar Gourmand, who is going to do something and bless us all with his cocktail wisdom. I will be back. I will not be back because I just turned one straight into the refrigerator door. I'm just going to stand here.
Yeah! Let it out! Let the disco happen!
There we go.
Glaring at Byron.
Why are you glaring at Byron? Byron says you got him a copy of Will Smith's hit single Switch.
No.
I could.
You could. But you won't.
Hey, Chip. Did you eat dinner tonight? Have you eaten? Should you eat?
That was very funny. Sarah's pencil is out of lead. So it's a normal day. It's a normal day. Thank you, Sarah. Speaking of which, Sarah, are you around this weekend? This is like really thick. Look at this cake batter. It's like really thick. All right, I'm going to set this aside. Because I forgot to preheat the oven. Because that's how we are today. Oh, shit. Look! It didn't budge! It didn't even budge! I was like thinking it was gonna be all over the floor. It didn't budge! I literally dropped the whole thing upside down and the batter didn't fall out. Oh my goodness! Amazing. How? Alright. Oops, that's...
What are you doing in my swamp?
Yes. Yes, Grog provided the Shrek. Cowboy the Carrion. Okay, so we're gonna do me Grimlock say you full of cesium salami. And then it's gonna be I can't do the song, unfortunately.
All I got is we should have had hats for that.
All right, I'm gonna set this aside. Because I forgot to preheat the oven. Because that's how we are today. Oh shit. Look! It didn't budge! It didn't even budge! I was like thinking it was gonna be all over the floor. It didn't budge! I literally dropped the whole thing upside down and the batter didn't fall out. Oh my goodness! Amazing. And when everybody was walking around with the whoop, 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 whoop emote, I was like, oh, a pupper demands a hug. Wait, are we supposed to hug pupper? Wait.
I got the bottom half. I got the bottom half.
We gotta get closer to the camera to hug pupper. We love you, pupper.
There we go.
I think pupper wants us to hug each other.
Oh,
there. That's easy. That's easy to do. Corey hugs are just as satisfying as one might expect. Behave. Behave harder. I hate you guys.
You heard it. Leah's cunning plan was to be too hot. This channel gets spicier and spicier. Indeed it does. In fact, we have just made hot and sticky. We were talking about squirrels. So Nether says, you know what happens when in Clue or Cluedo, depending on territory, you've correctly proved that it's not the yellow character? I don't know, Nether.
They got the mustard.
Hi friends, hi, how are you? Sorry, that took a few more minutes because I actually brought Grog in here to do the dishes while I actually had a chance to sit down for a second. I'm still kind of a little bit headachy. It's better, but it's there's still a little bit of a little niggling owie, like right here. I need somebody to kiss it, make it better. I also took Tylenol. Intolerance. Hi. It's good to see you. How are things? I caught a little tiny bit of your stream this morning, and then you were gone, and I was like, oh no, I didn't get to say hi. But I was like doing morning things, and was it this morning? I hope it was this morning. I don't know. Whatever. Was this morning or yesterday? The time is blurs together. What is time? Time does not exist. Good time zone to you. Right. Yes, so the pink skirt was because I was supposed to be dressed up like Cher from Clueless, from the movie Clueless. So yeah, you're right. Exactly. I looked like a high schooler. That was the entire point. Time is an illusion, lunchtime doubly so. I have no problem with what do you call them? References to Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Those references I understand. Okay, we stirred in our chili powder. We're gonna add our black beans and our broth. Okay, so this goes in here. All of the beans, all of the many black beans. Oops, go here. And then I have chicken broth in here, which is probably about 3 cups, which is probably perfect. Vic says, thanks for all the fish. I must take my leave. Are you really taking your leave? If you are, bye. I love you. I hope we get to play some Fortnite tomorrow, because we didn't get to play today, and I don't know if I'll have time to play later, because I think I might be tired. But yeah, we should play tomorrow, maybe. Alpine says, damn, Grog, that makes me want 2 pints. Dirtle is very concerned with the language used in this household. Lunchtime is very real and contractually agreed upon. Lunchtime is not actually contractually agreed upon. Only breakfast and dinner. Chester gets fed twice a day. This is not enough liquid, despite the fact that it says that it wants us to use 3 cups of chicken broth. 1 bay leaf. We have those. Let's put one in the soup. Doop. Right. Okay. So. Stir and stir. Okay. Mom says I didn't look in the beans are cooked cans. The beans are cooked. Okay, later. Bye, Vix. It's good to see you. Grog says drink up. The stream's about to end. Geek! Hi. The time is relative. Lunchtime doubly so. That's what got us started on this. All right, so we have black beans and broth, stir soup, add bay leaf, bring to a boil, reduce to a simmer until reduced and thickened, 15 to 20 minutes. I'm gonna actually throw one chicken stock ice cube in here, which is gonna actually make this take longer. But I have it, and it'll make this taste better, and so that's what I'm going to do. This is my homemade chicken stock, by the way, if you guys have never seen this. I've talked about it on stream a bunch of times, but I have these ice molds that do a cup of chicken stock, and I freeze them in the ice mold, and then I pop them out, and I put them in plastic bags, and so that's the homemade chicken stock. I also have some liquid, but since we're going to be boiling this and it'll melt pretty quickly, I'm just going to use that. Okay. Tiny keyboard. Black beans are cooked or canned. They were canned. You guys can't see that part anymore because the chat is in the way. I should remember that, and do things here. But yeah, it was just 3 cans of cooked black beans. You certainly could use, dried, and I think it's half a cup of dried to 3 cups cooked. I'd have to look that up, but, there are conversions on the internet if you want to use dried ones. Jane has ice cream. Heck yeah. What a good reward for getting through an entire busy day of work. I approve. Grog also treated himself to ice cream, so maybe he'll have some of that after dinner. Okay, so I have here garnishes that we can deal with later. But for the tacos, I need our newly cleaned cutting board. Thank you, Grog. And a bunch of cabbage. So here's the problem with cabbage. The problem with cabbage is that there is always entirely too much of it when I get cabbage. So actually, what I've done is I have provided myself a backstop of an additional cabbage recipe. So I think what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to cut this into wedges and then slice it. It's an awfully large head of cabbage, so we'll see how that goes. But first of all, we need a cup of red cabbage, and I bought this one shredded because they had it, and it's easier. And also gives me less leftover cabbage. So there we go. There's that. Maybe we'll do some kind of slaw with dinner on Thursday too. Okay, so there's that. And then here is an entire head. It says white cabbage. I don't really know what the difference is between white cabbage and green cabbage. Do you guys? Like, I feel like white cabbage in my mind doesn't exist. Have you ever seen a white cabbage? Or are they just differentiating it from a red cabbage? Dirtle says lunch should be. The contract needs to be renegotiated so as not to be in violation of the Pet Neva Collect Convention. Are you sure it's not the pet? Dirtle, are you sure it's not the Pet Neva conjugation? This obviously needs sharpening. Also, it's stuck. Excellent. Right. This will be easier. Grog says they never sell small cabbages. They only sell mutant cabbages. That is fair. I feel like, though, when has anyone ever said, I don't have enough cabbage? Like, I kind of feel like there's kind of always enough cabbage, you know? I'm going to use these in another recipe, but not tonight. So I'm just going to set those aside. And then I'm just going to cut enough. Actually, honestly, I probably am only going to need half of this. But I think probably because I searched for cabbage on the internet via my phone to add it to the grocery list, I got I got like a TikToker or something. I got a recipe for leftover cabbage that involves like crunchy breadcrumbs and lemon and stuff, which sounded pretty good. So we'll probably do that later this week. I'm not entirely sure that we'll do it like on stream, but if you guys are interested in cabbage recipes, then let me know, and maybe we will do it on stream. Grog says Chester never asks for lunch. He's usually asleep. Also, you're not usually here at lunchtime. Did we do a Grogipedia entry? I don't know. Maybe Grog did a spontaneous Grogipedia entry of his own. Wikipedia says there are several cultivar groups of cabbage, each including many cultivars. Savoy. This is like 2 cups of cabbage. This is too much cabbage. I need another bowl or something because this is just too much cabbage. Several cultivar groups of cabbage, each including many cultivars. Savoy, characterized by crimped or curly leaves. Mild flavor and tender texture. Spring greens, Brassica oleracea, loose-headed, commonly sliced and steamed. Green, light to dark green, slightly pointed heads. Red, smooth red leaves often used for pickling or stewing. White, also called Dutch, smooth pale green leaves. I would call this a smooth pale green leaf, wouldn't you? I don't know. I mean, honestly, isn't a cabbage a cabbage? Could we just make things out of cabbage? It's fine. I should have used the food processor for that, honestly, because it's pretty chunky, but it'll be fine. Okay, so what else? 1/4 small red onion, thinly sliced. So I need another red onion. I don't really want to cut another red onion, if I'm honest. I'm gonna use a shallot instead. Because I can, and this recipe is not the boss of me. Grog says, speaking of mutant vegetables. Oh, Alpine says, I'm so sad when cabbages shrink when cooked. They're so tasty and then there's so much less. I have never cooked a whole cabbage. I don't think. Usually I buy them for things like this. What do you do with cabbage, Alpine? Maybe I feel like maybe I'm missing out on the joy of cabbage. Ah, like corned beef and cabbage are in hot pot. I see. Yeah, I've never done that. I've never done hot pot. I have done corned beef and cabbage, and I do like that. I don't think Grog does, though, is the only thing. And so that's kind of like that's a little bit of a stumbling block, honestly. All right, so this is steaming. which means that our ice cube is probably melted. Let's go ahead and turn down the heat a little bit so that it simmers. A quarter cup of fresh cilantro, which has, in fact, thank you, perked up a little bit. Grog was exposed to too many poorly made corned beef and cabbage dinners growing up. That is fair. I have only made corned beef and cabbage once. And it turned out amazing. But also I feel like, so growing up, I was raised Catholic. And we went to a Catholic church and a Catholic school and all of that. And the particular order in question was a Franciscan order that had its like home monastery or whatever in Ireland. And so I feel like there were also corned beef and cabbage suppers, although we wouldn't have called them that, in my church growing up, but I don't remember them being bad, so I'm guessing they probably weren't. Brigitte says, I feel people overcook cabbage. Interesting. Well, these are just going to be raw cabbage. This is just a raw cabbage situation. Half a cup of sour cream and 3 tablespoons of fresh lime juice divided. Okay, so how much lime juice? 1 tablespoon of lime juice. Half a cup of sour cream and 1 tablespoon of lime juice. Okay. Cool. Well, Grog could not get dairy-free sour cream. So, we are going to be using organic probiotic cashew milk yogurt, which will be fine for these purposes. Grog is not overly fond of sour cream anyway, so we're just going to do this and it'll be good. Why are you opening? Stop that. I need a half cup. And a small spatula. Okay. Grog says, I guess Methodists are working worse at cooking corned beef and cabbage than Catholics are. I mean, it's possible. Durdle says, it's been a day. I'm off to bed. Take care of everybody. Drink water with your coffee. Durdle, it's always really good to see you. Thanks for stopping by and spending some time with us. I hope you sleep well, and that the day tomorrow is less of a day. Yeah, so half a cup. We're just going to use, I'm using dairy-free yogurt. I honestly don't think it makes that much difference. I mean, this is like a cultured milk product in the same way that sour cream is a cultured milk product. I tend to substitute yogurt fairly freely for for sour cream and baked goods, and I don't really see why I can't do it in this either. So that's what we're doing. And then a lime. I don't know how much juice this is going to have in it, but we'll try. We have more. So if I need more, I can juice another one. Oh, no, there's plenty. That's 2 tablespoons of lime juice. So that is great. Put that in there. Put this off to the side. Grab some salt. Does it say how much? Nope. Oh, half a teaspoon. That's too much. I'm just gonna do like a pinch. All right, and Oh no! Tiny whisks. Hold on a second. I can solve this problem. I don't know what it says about me that I have reserved tiny whisks, but I do. Thanks to our friend Corey. Huh. Alrighty. So there is our crema. Cabbage, onion, quarter cup cilantro, remaining 2 tablespoons lime juice. 1 tablespoon lime juice, but that's probably sufficient. And half a teaspoon of salt. Why does everything get half a teaspoon of salt? Literally everything. I am going to put half a teaspoon of salt in that, though, because I feel like that is otherwise unseasoned and won't be delicious. Set at room temperature until ready to use. Okay. We are, in fact, nearly there. I know it doesn't look like it, but we are. We are nearly at dinner. I shouldn't say that too loudly because obviously Chester thinks that, you know, all such things are for him. Although he is very much asleep right now. Sorry, I'm just going to stash that in the fridge until I'm done. Okay. Okay, Mom says Capuchin Franciscan monks formed in Italy as reformers, established in Ireland in 1615. No idea how they found their way to Burlingame, California. Colonialism, probably. Groggs has made a wrong turn at Albuquerque, I guess. Alpine says Corey cares about you. Also, tiny whisks are important. Yes, Corey does care about me. I know she does. And I care about her too. Also, tiny whisks are important. And I got a little bouquet of them. They were very cute. Mom says that's good because I broke one of your whisks, but I think I bought a replacement. That's fine. There are plenty of whisks in the world. And apparently Corey knows that we can find them at the dollar store, or so I was told. Okay. That's done. Let me actually just chop a little bit of cilantro. We're going to serve it with a little bit more cilantro. I mean, not the tacos. The tacos have had enough cilantro, but the soup needs cilantro. The other thing that I'm going to do is, last night I made, roasted cubed sweet potatoes, and we had those with crab cakes. I made, roasted red pepper, mayo, and crab cakes. And so we had those for dinner on not on my home raid rolls because we ran out of those, but, that was the original plan, but it was still good. And I had a few sweet potatoes left over, but not enough to like really do anything with. So I'm actually going to use the sweet potatoes, as like a garnish for the soup so that we're not wasting them. Because otherwise I don't know what we would do with them. But also it's supposed to have like lime wedges. And so I'm just going to cut lime wedges for it. I can't imagine the two of us wanting more than 2 lime wedges each. So we're just going to go with that. And then tortillas. supposed to be corn tortillas, but I wanted flour ones, and so we're having flour ones. Feel free to actually use corn ones if you'd like. And then avocado. Is one of these avocados still good? Let's find out. Grog won't want this, but I do. Jane says whiskey business. That's not even my thing. I can't even take credit for that. That's like another content creator. And I would feel terrible if I like started using that on a regular basis. But when I whisk things, I often do hear oh no, this one's not any good. Sad face. Maybe this part. Is this part salvageable? Let's find out. That's Joshua Weissman. The whiskey business. Another YouTuber. Although he's like a YouTuber who's like gunning for a cooking show. He's like a serious YouTuber. Actually this might be okay. I'm just gonna cut off that little piece that's not so pretty. I don't know. This is looking pretty overripe. Dang it! Heck. What about this one? There's one more up here. Let's at least just try it and see if maybe we can salvage an avocado. I got these, I think 2 weeks ago, so that's like not ideal for avocado lifespan. In my book, in my well, okay, all right, well, okay, it will be more like a cubed avocado than like but Grog doesn't care because he doesn't want them. So this is just for me anyway. I don't normally do avocados this way, by the way. Like, this will still be fine. Okay, this one's all right, but it is going to have to be cubed. Avocados are so temperamental. I guess they kind of are, but like, also, I think these came not this past Friday, but the Friday before. So that's kind of like my fault. That I didn't eat them. There's just times when like I have cravings for avocados, and there are times when I don't, and there are times when I accidentally forget to edit the imperfect foods box, and so they send them to me anyway, whether I wanted them or not. Which is what happened. I'm gonna just quickly microwave those roasted sweet potatoes that I made the other night. Where are they? Here. That I made last night, and we're gonna top the soup with that. I'm just gonna give this a little stir here. And then I think, let me take the bay leaf out of it. And what I think I'm gonna do, because my personal preference when it comes to like a bean soup is for it to have like the broth to have a little bit of texture to it. And so I'm not gonna like mash it all the way. I'm not gonna like turn this into bean mash. But I am going to break them up a little bit. Alrighty then. Let's grab... Actually, let's put away a few of these things so that I can actually set this stuff out to put things on plates. Jane says, I feel like mine are good for like 20 minutes and then they're terrible. I feel like I have a little bit more leeway than that. I don't know if it's just these particular ones that come from Imperfect Foods. Their produce tends to be fresher for me. This is just my opinion, and this is not sponsored. Their produce to me seems fresher than what I can get at the grocery store, and so I feel like the things that I buy from them last longer. But also I have kind of a range of things that I'll do with avocado. So sometimes I like it sliced and sometimes I like it guacamole. And so I feel like if you're kind of like willing to kind of work with a firmer texture or work with kind of a mushier texture, then it's okay. This one is obviously on the mushier side. It's also browning really fast. Okay. Brigitte says they fixed the grappler hack. I'm sorry. I know. So what does means, or what Brigitte means does is, if you put in Lego Fortnite, if you put the grappler, a used grappler in a chest, then you took it out of the chest and it would have the full number of charges on it. And now I guess it doesn't. So it doesn't work. You have to like make a new grappler. I figured they'd fix that eventually. That hack. Yes, that hack. So yeah, so that was integral to Brigitte's traversal system that she was excited about. This is too big. I actually kind of want like a cup of soup and not like an enormous bowl of soup, because I feel like the tacos are going to be enough. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to do this with our tacos. These are pretty fresh. And then, oh, you guys still probably can't see this, can you? I guess you can kind of see it. I know you can't see all of it, but it'll be okay. Right. So what I'm going to do is cauliflowers. Like so. I do feel like the smaller ones work better, honestly. And then slaw. We're probably going to need forks for this. Excuse me. And then, sorry, something is making me cough, and I don't know what it is. The crema, just like so. Grog is generally in favor of less saucy things than I am, so I'll give him less sauce and me probably comparatively more sauce. I am saucier than Grog, but you guys knew that. All right, let's just throw that back in the fridge for right now. And then here we go. Here is our this, and we're just gonna do a little cup of soup. Little side cup of soup. And of course, you can have more if you want, hon. I just wanted to keep this reasonable. actually a little more liquidy than I expected. I expected the liquid to boil off a little bit more. So I guess maybe I didn't need to add that extra cup of liquid. So I'm probably just going to leave that simmering for now. And then I'm going to, on mine, put some avocado. Everyone gets cilantro. And everyone gets sweet potato. Boop. Oh, it's very soft now. I mean, I did roast it last night and then microwave it, so it's not surprising that it would be quite soft at this stage. Okay. Alrighty then. Okay. So, because we don't have time for fancy pictures today. Oh, right. And a couple of lime wedges for whatever people want lime wedges for. We don't have time for fancy pictures today, so we're just going to do quick and dirty pictures today. All right. Seriously dirty pictures today. This is kind of a mess, honestly. Actually, I think I might just leave it that way. I think that's cute. Let's make sure that the internet agrees. Yeah, that's great. That'll be good. All right. It's time to eat. All right. Excellent. So, first of all, guys, look. Here is our black bean soup with avocado, cilantro, and roasted sweet potatoes. And then this is our cauliflower tacos with cabbage slaw. I am going to ring the dinner bell and bring Grog his dinner. It was not my best effort ever at the dinner bell, but, you know, as I said, we're all doing the best we can. Let me grab a fork and a spoon for Grog and deliver this to Modland. And I will be right back. Do you want the light on? All right. Let's taste these bad boys. JRK is sneaking in and throwing the vegetarian food in the bin. JRK, look at how delicious this looks. Cauliflower tacos and black bean soup. It's delicious. Don't throw it in the bin. All right. Let's try a taco. I feel like I should have tried the soup first, but I'm going to try a taco first because they look really good. Tiny little tacos. Legit amazing. I kind of thought they would be. And they are. That's really dang good. generally speaking, like this style of taco. Like our place that we like does a bang bang taco, a bang bang cauliflower taco. Um, and this is not quite that, but like it's still very good. Oop. Don't mind the cabbage between the cabbages. All right, now let's taste our soup. Oh, hot. Oh my God, hot. So hot. Needs salt, actually. The rest of it will get salt. It is good, but I think I could use a little bit more salt. But I do like it. So, that we will probably make again. I wonder what it would be like with like a squeeze of lime on it, because it did suggest lime wedges on the side, and I think that was the soup, right? Not the tacos. No, that was the tacos. But we're gonna put it in the soup anyway, because that sounds delicious. All right, let's try this. Actually, that helped. Get a little bit more acidity, a little bit more brightness. Really good. Great. Okay, so here's the thing. I know I started late, but in the interest of not running us into another ad break, which is supposed to happen in like 14 minutes, let's go ahead and that let me sit down and eat food, and then I know he's been streaming for a while. Grog, will you check and make sure that he's not like ending? Because otherwise I am perfectly willing to raid Penblade. Jane is gonna have a quesadilla. Super exciting. That sounds delicious. I can't wait to eat more of those tacos. And we have quite a bit more cauliflower left over, which is great. So that's super exciting. Right. Hold on just a second. Sorry, give me a second here. Okay. Cool. Good to know. All right. Great. Okay. So, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and raid my friend Penblade here, and we'll talk about Penblade in a moment. But first of all, thank you so much to all of you for coming to hang out with me today. I appreciate it. Thank you for indulging me in Vegetarian Week when I am craving vegetables. Wait, let me go back to just chatting here for just a second. As a reminder, okay, so first of all, we are in fact having Vegetarian Week. So today we have cauliflower tacos and black bean soup. If you want the recipes, command recipe in chat. On Thursday, we're making something else. Does anyone remember what I'm making Thursday? We're making a thing. We're going to be in the kitchen for things as a people. Baked falafel sandwiches. We're making falafels. In fact, we're doing it from scratch, which I've never done before. I've always used a mix for them. I don't know how this is going to turn out. So hang in and we will see. Also root veggie chips. So we're going to be breaking out the deep fryer and making some root veggie chips, which sounds delicious. And maybe we'll throw together those cabbage wedges too, just because then we will be done with the having an entire head of cabbage in the fridge. So thank you for that. Friday is Hades, and then as I said in the middle of the stream, but not in the start of the stream, I have a special stream planned on Sunday at 2 p.m. Which is going to be me playing Lego Fortnite with my friend Paul STL, survival gamer extraordinaire, accomplished Lego builder, very fun and amusing gentleman. So we're gonna hang out together on Saturday and play some Lego Fortnite. So definitely show up for that because it's gonna be a good time. Also, shout outs for all of my lovely mods. Grognard Gourmand, thank you, darling, for walking the dog and doing the dishes. I appreciate especially the extra rest time today. I thank you. Also, Des Dabbles, who is in fact finally back streaming. Des did in fact stream last week, and will in fact be streaming tomorrow at 1 o'clock.
Would you care for some tea?
Hi, Trombone Dalek. Shark, how are you? Is going to be streaming, I believe, some God of War Ragnarok tomorrow. So follow Des if you would like to check that out. And Byron Mask, always amusing purveyor of walkways in Lego Fortnite, currently on a little bit of a break from streaming, but definitely do follow her for a notification when she goes live next, as she has been known to pop up in unexpected intervals. And last but not least, Dr. Andy23, who I believe is probably currently streaming, playing I Was a Teenage Exocolonist, which has been an interesting game. They're probably still in their chat phase, but if you want to check that out, he is in fact streaming right now, so you could go do that. However, for us, we are going to go ahead and raid my very good friend, Penblade. Pen is playing Dragon Age Inquisition, which I know a lot of you are fans of. I also semi-routinely on not routinely at all, but occasionally play Fortnite with Pen. So if you are a Fortnite fan, you also should meet Penblade. I don't know what he's up to in Dragon Age Inquisition. It looks like we're talking with Hawk, so we're mid game. So spoilers, I guess, if you're playing the game and you're not there yet. And then also I'm not sure what kind of character he's playing, so I don't know. This is gonna be a learning experience. He usually streams after I've gone to bed, so this is kind of a treat to be able to raid Pen. Let's go ahead. Oh, right. And Des put the socials in the chat as well. Right. I have Instagram, Threads, and a Discord. If you are interested in any of those things, the links are there or also on my what do you call it? Panels below the stream. If you're on mobile, I don't know how to help you. It's on a tab somewhere. Good luck. Right. So Grog has actually put the raid messages in chat. If you are so inclined, you can copy one of those raid messages appropriate to your subscription status. I would appreciate it if you would just stop on in and say hi, even if you have other places to go, places to see. See if perhaps Penblade is somebody that you would like to drop a follow to, and potentially hang out with for a little while. And I will see you guys again on Thursday. Let me not type my raid message in Penblade's chat, because that would be pretty gauche. Hold on just a second. There we go. Right, so we're gonna go ahead and get that raid set up for Pen. Thank you again, you guys, for coming and hanging out. I really appreciate it. It's always really good to see everyone, and I hope we will see you again back here on Thursday. Have a great night, you guys. See you soon. Bye.